Um, now that well, now that I've finished drinking all the beer, and I get the sense that this session, evening adventure, whatever you want to call it, should should come to a close, should resolve itself, should be drawn together in some forward sense of weave. Uh, I'll try to be sort of adventuresome here, but since this is all a new domain for me, um, because what wasn't said at the beginning of this session was that uh, earlier today I wrote my brother, my blood one, because I have another one that's a friend, but my blood one. Um, that the sad reality was there really wasn't anything left that the world could offer me. And at that point, roughly 3-4 hours ago, maybe 5, whatever, who cares? Um, I'd become overwhelmed with the sense that everything I had done or wanted to do had been done, and that's still there somewhere. Back on right here on my right shoulder. It's over here. All the forms, various forms I've wanted to or desired to communicate in, I've done. I think I've done all of them to my satisfaction in one way or another, or one time or another. Um, and the mercantile universe, as it is, has nothing left off for me. I've either found it in a dumpster, or I had my brother buy it for me, or scrape together 2 pennies so I could go out and get it. And so either I can make whatever I want, or I already have it. So at that point, 3.5 hours ago, I'm like, well, I wake up from my 5-hour nap, and I'm like, what's there left that I want to do? And the thing that struck me is I had a weekend. This last weekend, I spent time with my friend brother, and left it feeling that I had not achieved what I had hoped to. And then I sort of realized that it's not really for me to play these instruments or, quote, music, whatever that may be, behind this sort of, not battleground, but the sort of vision I have is what I want to say. And that the greatest instrument I've ever had is not guitar or pure data, but my ability to vocalize, share, verbalize what I want to say. And so I'll try to lead into this. And what I want to sort of get to is there are some themes here that occurred 2 or 3 songs ago that I started thinking when I concocted the list of things I'd really like to see that I know by heart. Some of which I don't really know by heart. I mean, it's always been my sort of feeling, at least, and in particular since 10 years ago, when the last book I ever read, and decided I don't need to do this anymore. I mean, anything that could be written or can be written, I have a full right, just like anybody else would say. And you might say, well, getting 60 pages into being and nothingness will do that to you. And so that was sort of the point. I got 60 pages into it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Everybody can do this, so might as well try. And so I've tried. And so there are 2 themes here, and I'll try to do all of them, but one of the things I really wanted to see if it happens or not happens, because, roughly 30 minutes from now, I'm going to be laying down again asking myself, do I really want to go back to using Facebook or not? Because that's sort of where I left the universe today. But I'll try to do this, who knows? For anyone been newborn, or is just now. For you, happy birthday, happiest of birthdays. You've come here, so glad, so glad. Sitting in a railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band. Hey, matey, you seen the one I'm looking for? Is around here somewhere. The wind off in the corner. I think you might check over by the stage where the minstrels be singing. So you see, somewhere in a galaxy not far from here, the man, boy, child, idea of himself really, dancing his balls off to cheesy nachos at the flea market, is in fact happy birthday to you. Happiest of birthdays to anyone who sees through the idea that he is somehow, she is somehow, it is somehow not caged but free. I'll take it dry. Yeah, put it on my tab. Yeah, cool. So come here often? Never. I try to avoid the place. It's like, when you go into a grocery store and you see these things, these wild, crazy extravaganza of things, more than the mind can handle, really reeling, everyone pushing about a cart merely to keep themselves standing, because in fact it's all happy birthday to you. And I wonder, if I were to tell or share or somehow put my hand into the center of my chest and extract the great cavity therein, would it be something visible, non-visible, experiential? It has no real, what would you say, substance. But what is that exactly? Substance. Happy birthday, happiest of birthdays to anyone who's come from dreaming. And I just as well could put you off to seeming something else. And I curl around, snake up past, wonder, is there any ending to any of this besides happy birthday, happiest of birthdays to whoever you thought you were before your life began. And I can see myself when the great thought initiated. Ah, might not it be a good idea, this thing I have inside me, which is something which in fact I call a singular self, an entity unto some other thing? Might not it be a better idea to bifurcate it, multiply it, replicate it, send it off in some directions besides a song or idea or substance? Is there really any way for sound to improve upon silence? Happiest of birthdays, happiest of birthdays. And I remember thinking to myself, look, dude, rabbit, why in the hell did you let him in your house in the first place? You knew you had a fucking bottle of honey in the cabinet. What do you fucking think he was gonna do? That's what they do. Happiest of birthdays, happiest of birth. Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day.